Are you really sure who's sleeping next to you? Do you sleep with your phone next to your pillow? On your nightstand? Maybe even holding it in your hand as you fall asleep to music or the news? It seems harmless. Everyone does it. Your phone is your alarm clock, your calendar, your connection to the world. But the truth is, after age 50, your brain, heart, and nervous system become far more vulnerable. And it's at night, when your body should be healing, that it's actually receiving signals that disturb it, disrupt sleep, and alter how your cells function. You're not waking up exhausted for no reason. You don't feel anxious without cause. And your mind isn't confused just because of age. In this video, I'll explain why the habit of sleeping next to your phone may be affecting the quality of your sleep, your brain function, your cardiovascular health, and even your risk of neurological disorders. And at the end, I'll show you one simple trick that can bring back deep, restorative sleep in just 3 nights. Watch carefully, because sometimes the biggest threat isn't age, illness, or time. It's that little black box we place by our heart every single night. And now, the first part where we'll talk about what really happens to your brain and heart when your phone is near you at night. Phone nearby equals brain doesn't sleep. Imagine, your body is lying in bed. Your eyes are closed, the lights are off, but your brain isn't off. Why? Because your smartphone, even if you're not touching it, is constantly exchanging signals. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, mobile networks all emit impulses that your body doesn't consciously register, but your nervous system does. After age 50, the brain is less effective at filtering out background input. Even at night, it's still listening to the field of signals around it. Here's what that looks like. You can't fall asleep quickly. You wake up several times during the night. And in the morning, instead of feeling rested, you feel drained, like you never reached deep sleep. But the most dangerous part? The disruption of melatonin production at night. Melatonin is the hormone that regulates circadian rhythms, cleanses the brain of toxic proteins, including those linked to dementia, supports cellular regeneration in the heart, skin, and liver. Even with the sound off, a nearby smartphone interferes with these rhythms. And people over 50 to 60 are especially sensitive to this because the blood-brain barrier weakens. Melatonin production naturally decreases, and any form of light, even electronic, disrupts the body's natural recovery cycle. And how does the heart react? Under the influence of electromagnetic fields, your pulse becomes irregular. The sympathetic nervous system is activated, the part of your brain responsible for fight or flight. As a result, your heart beats as if you're anxious, even while asleep. And this happens night after night. Step by step, year after year, the heart wears down. That's why doctors have observed that people who sleep with their phones under their pillow or on the nightstand are more likely to experience arrhythmias, high blood pressure, chronic fatigue, and even accelerated aging of blood vessels. And now, the second part, which debunks one of the most common myths. I put my phone on airplane mode, so it's safe. Sounds logical, but in reality, not quite. Why even airplane mode doesn't always protect your brain. Yes, airplane mode does disable mobile signals, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth, but the phone doesn't become a completely dead device. Even in this mode, the screen may still light up if system notifications are triggered. A magnetic field remains, created by the battery. And most importantly, the very presence of the phone nearby creates a subconscious expectation of a signal in your brain. In other words, your brain never fully relaxes, especially in people over 50, whose nervous systems are no longer as adaptable. The brain keeps waiting. What if someone calls? What if my grandchild messages me? What if something happens? And this background state of alertness, even without any actual notification, prevents deep sleep and full recovery. But what if you need to stay connected? I understand. Many people have elderly parents, grandchildren, or important calls to stay available for. So turning off your phone completely isn't always realistic. But here's what actually works. Keep the phone out of your bedroom, or at least 2 meters, 6 feet, away from your body. This already reduces electromagnetic exposure significantly. If you need to stay reachable, use a basic keypad phone or a radio alarm clock. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no social media, no constant updates, and your brain finally gets silence. Charge your phone in another room, not next to your bed. Because a phone that's charging emits more electromagnetic background than one that's simply idle. Because sometimes the best way to care for yourself is to disconnect in order to truly reconnect with life. What happens if you sleep without your phone for just 7 nights? No pills, no procedures, just a clean, quiet night. It may seem like a small thing, but the brain is a highly sensitive system, and even the tiniest shift in your sleep environment can bring noticeable results within just a few days. Here's what both experience and science have shown. 1. Deeper, calmer sleep by night 2 or 3. Without electromagnetic noise, the brain finally drops fully into deep sleep, the phase where the body regenerates, cells detoxify, and nervous tension is released. Waking up in the middle of the night becomes rare, or disappears completely. 2. Improved memory and clearer thinking. By day 5 to 7, melatonin production is restored, which enhances the brain's overnight detox from toxic proteins linked to dementia. People report clearer thoughts in the morning, sharper focus, and a feeling of mental lightness returning. 3. Reduced anxiety and heart strain. After just a few nights without your phone, background levels of cortisol begin to drop. This means less morning tension, steadier heart rate, easier falling asleep, and even improved blood pressure in people with hypertension. 4. A new sense of inner space. Without the phone's constant presence, your body and mind begin to feel like they truly belong to you again. You realize that night isn't just for sleeping. It's a sacred space of silence and renewal. In summary, phones are convenient, but convenience isn't always healing. Sometimes to live longer, clearer, and more peacefully, you simply need to move it a few steps away. Because true restoration doesn't begin when you fall asleep. It begins when the world around you goes quiet. And no signal is stronger than silence. Let us know in the comments. Do you sleep with your phone nearby? And are you willing to try this 1-week experiment? Subscribe to the channel if this resonates with you, not to fight aging, but to live in deeper connection with yourself. Honor the night, because it's in the night that your clarity, your heart, and your life begin to heal.